Hi, Pastor Nathan Deck with your hashtag Better Together devotion for this week. And this week I've been giving Nathan's advice, just advice from one parent to another on how to raise kids, how to be a part of raising not just your kids, but also raising other people's kids. We live in a world today where we have phrases about parents. In fact, two of my very favorite phrases are helicopter parenting. Helicopter parenting. Those are the parents who are always hovering over their children, making sure, hovering over them and dotting on them. And there's never a moment that the child is not somehow in contact with the parent, whether this is through the parent literally being in the playground or whether it's through a cell phone device where they can do Life 360 or the Apple app or something, and they know exactly where the child is at all times. Helicopter parenting. The other one that I've heard recently is lawnmower parenting. That is a parent who mows down every single obstacle the child will ever have in their way to make sure that they have just the perfect life. They're just wonderful. They can sit back on the lawnmower and just enjoy it because it's smooth sailing, easy ride. Mom and dad have already cleared the way. There's a problem with all kinds of parenting and such. What I would want to say about all of this is that as a parent, as a mom and a dad, a big part of my job is to keep my child from harm. I'm supposed to protect my child from harm. That is, I'm not supposed to let them stick their hand on the stove intentionally. I'm not supposed to allow them to play with knives without some supervision and training. I'm not supposed to let them light fires all over the place. I'm supposed to protect them from harm. But I'm not supposed to protect them from hurt. I'm not supposed to keep my child from having hurt feelings. I'm not supposed to keep my child from experiencing the pain of a breakup or the pain of my team lost or the pain of I couldn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish or I didn't get the grade that I wanted to get or I'm not in the social group or the clique that I really wanted to be in. As a parent, we're called to protect our children from harm. But a part of growing up, a part of learning how to be in life, is experiencing pain and is experiencing hurt. One of the scriptures that I like when it comes to this one is from Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. Because if we understand that God is at work through all things, we understand that God is at work also through these hard times. And that coming out on the other side, we will learn some wonderful lessons. Philippians 1:6 says, I am confident of this, that the one who began a good work in you will continue to complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. In other words, God's always going to be working on us, working through everything that we experience. And I can't help but look back at my life, and I'm sure you can as well, and think there are moments in my life when I experienced hurt. I experienced pain. But that wasn't necessarily a bad thing because I learned from it. It wasn't pleasant at the time, but I needed to have that to be the man that I am today. We need to have these things to be the men or women that we become. We don't need to experience harm. All human beings should protect each other from harm. But we do need to allow our children to experience hurt feelings, even some bruises and scrapes occasionally. No broken bones, though. We need to allow our children to grow and the boundaries to grow with them and the responsibility to be upon them as they grow. If we do all this, trust me that we'll be better together in our world, safer together in our world, and more understanding of each other with compassion and grace. Amen.